Hey everybody, I'm Ryan, this is the Will to Make, and today I'm going to show you how I built a squirrel feeder in the shape of a picnic table. I started off by cutting down some fence pickets I had left over, one down to 6 inches for the top and another to 8 for the back piece. I also cut a longer piece to cut down into strips later on for the stretchers, seats, and legs. I cut one side off both pieces to get a clean edge. With that clean edge on the fence, I cut the 6-inch piece down to 4.5 inches wide and the 8-inch piece to 2.5 inches wide. Now I needed to make a couple of strips, starting by getting a clean edge and cutting 2 strips at 1 inch wide and 1 strip at 1/2 inch wide. At the miter saw, I cut the 1 inch strip down to 2 6-inch pieces and the 1/2 inch piece also down to 2 6-inch pieces. Next, I needed to cut my 4 legs. These needed to have parallel angles on each side, so I cut roughly a 26-degree angle on one side, slid the piece down to where I used a piece of tape as a mark, and cut the other angle. I am then able to slide the rest of the board down to the tape again and cut for the second, third, and fourth piece. All my pieces were now cut and it was time for assembly. I started by attaching the stretchers to the legs. I laid 2 legs up against a straight edge and spaced them out 1/2 inch apart. I then measured down 2 inches on each leg, and this is where the top of the stretcher will sit. I laid down some glue and attached the stretcher with some brad nails. I knew my brad nails were going to be a little long, so I just trimmed them up with some diagonal cutters to cut those nails flush. The same process was repeated for the other set of legs. Next was to attach the seats. I marked on each side of the bench a 1/2 inch in where they should hang past the legs. Again, using glue and brad nails, I attached the seats. It's important here to watch your hand placement when shooting the nails. The nails love to try and shoot out the side where you don't expect it. Now that the base was complete, I set the top on and centered it where it looked good and glued and nailed it down as well. The back piece that attaches to the fence is then nailed on. I just placed it where it looked nice on the table. Next was to put a screw through the middle of the table to allow for the food to be set. I took it outside and with a single screw in the back, I screwed it to the fence. A corn cob is then placed on the screw in the middle of the table. And with that, this squirrel feeder is complete. It ended up being a super simple project and I love the way it came out, even though I haven't seen any squirrels on it yet, but it was still worth it. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit like, and I'll see you next time.